Welcome everyone to Haven of Horror. As always, I'm subject of Robert, Justin, Wild, and
Boo.
Noah just wouldn't leave us alone before go. How's it going, guys?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
Good.
Ready
I
to
wouldn't
shift
leave you
into
alone.
maximum overdrive.
We're
Yes.
here to do a commentary, which will be a blind commentary from me and Noah of Robert's pick. Robert, what are we watching?
We are watching Maximum Overdrive, written and directed by
Okay,
one
Mr.
Stephen
Krabs.
King. That's not Mr. Krabs.
It sounded like it a little bit.
No. That's the other guy, John.
It's the other guy.
Oh wait, no,
Anyway.
that's Plankton.
Yeah.
Damn it.
I love how sincere that was. I thought he was fucking with me.
Well,
Have you
for
ever
a second
watched
there, I was like,
SpongeBob?
oh, I can kind of hear like Clancy Brown. And I just went to
Like,
Mr.
not Clancy
Krabs.
Brown.
I don't know. It's been a weird day.
All
right.
Shit into Maximum Overdrive, mateys.
That's better. All right.
No, this is the directorial debut of Stephen King. Maybe one day he'll make another picture. He's got time. Adapted from one of his short stories, made in the height of the Stephen King movie mania, many of which he was not particularly fond of, and how his adaptations were handled. And this was him
Which
as
is
the
hysterical
trailer,
because he made this.
because he made this. And John, I assume you've seen the trailer for this movie, right? The famous trailer.
The only thing I
Oh,
have seen of
God.
this movie is the Green Goblin truck.
So the trailer is Stephen King talking to the camera, saying, I just wanted somebody to do Stephen King right. And then at the end he says, I'm going to scare the hell out of you.
Oh, is that what you were referencing? Okay.
I've just seen that clip. I don't think I've actually seen the full trailer itself, but I quote the "I'm gonna scare the hell out of you" a lot.
Yep. So, Noah, what do you know about this picture going into it?
I mean, basically as much John knows, except maybe a little bit more because I do know the trailer. But yeah, I just know that this is a Stephen King movie about evil trucks. It's based on one of his short stories. I actually didn't know until today, and I did a little research beforehand, that King directed this himself. I didn't know that.
Mhm.
I knew that this was like an infamous movie for whatever reason of it, whether it being just like so bad it's good or just like kind of cheesy or whatever. But I had no idea King himself directed it, and yeah, he. It's not hard to imagine why he hasn't directed a movie since.
All right. Is everybody at timestamp 0?
Now I'm ready. I believe so. Mine version had like a Studio Canal logo that I got past, so now I'm just at the start of the movie. I'm not sure
Oh.
what version you guys are looking
Close
at.
enough.
So the one at the beginning of mine does have a Studio Canal logo, so I guess I'll just get to the end of that, and then we'll be good.
I could tell with like the picture quality shift, like, oh, now we're in the actual 80s
Yeah.
movie, not the modern CG. When you're past the modern CG Studio Canal logo.
All right,
Okay,
so
got a
I'm
Studio
at
Canal logo
timestamp.
as well.
I'm at timestamp 20.
All right. So if you're watching this on Tubi, get to timestamp 20. If you're watching this just at home, get to timestamp 0. In 3, 2, 1, play.
Okay.
Anime fan, why does Maximum Overdrive have a face on a vehicle that looks more like comic book Green Goblin than any other adaptation than any adaptations? Because the adaptations always fuck it up.
I'm
This is
nostalgic
a
for the Willem Dafoe costume.
this is a Dino De Laurentiis
De
picture.
Laurentiis. Yeah.
This is a Dino De Laurentiis production. That is correct.
We open in space. Okay.
Anime fan, I'll get to your comment in a minute because I will address that, the Green Goblin of it all. But first, you guys have to read this text.
Oh my gosh.
June 19th at 9:47.
Earth passed into extraordinarily diffuse.
A rogue comet. According to astronomical calculations, The planet remained at the tail of the comet for the next 8 days, 5 hours, 29 minutes, and 23 seconds.
Is it the last Star Wars movie?
Did you guys get all that? Are you
Yeah,
caught up?
yeah. No, would you say that we
Why?
started this movie in the final frontier?
Yes. Well, so we got like a Predator and the Thing opening where we open in space. But fuck you.
Fuck you. This movie wastes no time. And of course, in his homage to Hitchcock, probably, we have a director cameo.
Oh.
Hi, Stephen King.
Okay, you see though, usually with Hitchcock's cameo, he was way in the background.
It's so subtle.
The first character we
Beautiful.
see in this movie is Stephen King.
ATM just called me an asshole.
Oh, is AC/DC.
Yes, AC/DC does the score for this movie.
He does. They
Emilio
do the
Estevez?
score?
Yeah.
Wow. Pat
Hingle?
Hingle.
No, yeah, dude, it's got an all-star cast. I'm glad you guys know so little about this movie. That's exciting.
All right, I'm so excited now.
It's
Yardley Smith is in this.
yep.
Lisa
I feel
Simpson?
like I know that
Yep.
name. Who is that now?
It's Lisa Simpson.
Oh, okay.
So, like 4 years before The Simpsons changes her life forever, she was in this movie.
Hey, I'm sure this movie was life-changing.
Well, it literally was for some people. We'll get to that.
All right. I've heard this song before. I didn't know it was written for Maximum Overdrive.
That's a good question. I actually don't know because some of these songs are definitely not original to this movie. That like I'm not sure how
Okay.
much was like for the movie and was just pre-existing AC/DC music because there's a lot here.
Like when
but
Iron
those are
Man
some
2
songs you'll definitely recognize.
released an official score, just calling it like an AC/DC album, but it's
It's
just
just an
I remember.
AC/DC
AC/DC's
album, yeah.
greatest hits.
So-
Anime fan
so
says
this
Emilio
is-
Estevez is also in the Mighty Ducks. That's where I know him from.
And of course,
So-
the Breakfast Club.
This is really the AC/DC, or this is really the Iron Man 2 of its time.
yeah,
Yeah.
you could say that. Music by AC/DC.
I mean, if you're going for
Noah-
kind of a heavy metal movie at this time, AC/DC is not a bad pick.
oh yeah, no, this is a very '80s movie in the best way. So Noah, you going into this new this is like the evil truck movie. No, sir, it's all technology goes evil. Are they consistent with that?
Oh.
Nope. But that's what we're
Okay.
doing.
Because I know this movie's sold on like the Green Goblin truck. That's the big
Yes.
image I know from it. So I kind of just assumed it was all trucks.
That's like kind of the main bad guy, but yeah. Well, the short story is called Trucks.
Okay.
That's probably all it was in the
We
short story.
discovered the other day that this got a remake like a decade later that is apparently worse than this.
Really?
I know that. I know little to nothing about. That was a 1997 TV movie called Trucks on the USA Network.
Whoa! Holy
Okay.
shit!
But look at these stunts.
That's amazing.
Oh my god!
So yes, this bridge turned itself on and is causing chaos.
This is some Final Destination shit.
Right?
This is a lot to do as a first-time director.
Oh yeah.
Oh no!
So much carnage.
Oh no!
There's an AC/DC van.
Oh
I
shit!
mean, I will give him this. It's not hard to follow.
Yeah.
Nothing's really
No.
happened so far.
Well, I just mean with, like,
Everything's
the-
happening.
Yeah, like with the action and the stunts. You know, a lot of first or inexperienced directors will shoot it so it's like almost incomprehensible.
Oh yeah.
I can follow what's happening.
Okay, yeah. At first I thought you meant plot. I was like, nothing's really.
No,
happened.
just on a director like.
What John is saying is he's posing that this is a better directed movie than Uwe Boll's House of the Dead.
Yes.
And I agree.
We can say that Stephen King is a better director than Uwe Boll.
We still have to make Noah
Yeah.
watch House of the Dead, to be fair.
Oh god. No, I will have some nice things to say about his direction. I don't think that's the worst aspect of this movie.
I always just assumed, from what I've heard of this, the problem is the script.
Yeah, dude, the writing's horrible.
Oh
But
my
in
God,
a
here it
Stephen
is.
King charming way.
Okay, so do you want to address anime fans' question?
Yes. Okay. So the truck with the Green Goblin face, that is not coincidental. That's not like, oh, that kind of looks like Green Goblin. No, they got permission from Marvel Comics to use the likeness of the Green Goblin. For it's not literally the Green Goblin. It's for some it's like a circus truck or something. It's some mascot they create for the movie. But they did get permission from Marvel Comics to use the likeness of the Green Goblin. And this was the early '80s, so I guess that was kind of cheap. You couldn't do that now.
Nope.
Yes,
Stanley was like, "Yeah, it's fine."
I guess Spider-Man
Amazing.
wasn't the big thing it became.
I mean, Spider-Man was big, but
not
it
involved
wasn't a movie
immediate.
franchise yet.
It was,
yeah.
because I mean, you got to remember that Spider-Man was one of the biggest things in comics already by this point, but comics
Right.
were still a niche.
Mhm.
Right.
That's why you can never remake this because you wouldn't be able to use the Green Goblin. It's what really pulls this whole movie together.
That is correct. The truck driver, this black guy here, is Frankie Faison, who's in a bunch of stuff.
Mhm.
I know him for playing, and this is interesting considering what we're going to cover next week. He plays Barney, the guard in the Silence of the Lambs movie and its sequels, and is also a different character in the Manhunter movie. He plays a cop in that.
Oh.
So Frankie Faison is in like 4 movies of the Hannibal Lecter franchise. And that's the main thing I know him from.
Oh, he's Pat Hingle.
Yeah, here's Pat
There he
Hingle.
is.
Emilio Estevez.
Has wonderful dialogue. I
Yeah,
don't give
except
a ladybug.
Except I'm more excited to see Pat Hingle than Emilio Estevez.
I love Pat Hingle. Yeah, an anime fan mentioned that he just knows him as Commissioner Gordon from Batman, which is the first thing I know him from. But
I've seen him in a
this
couple
would-
things by now.
yeah, and this.
Is that Giancarlo Esposito?
Oh my god, I can't believe you called that. That is correct. That is Gus Fring from Breaking Bad. This guy we're looking at here.
I was like, hey, he looks familiar.
I'm surprised you called that. Good job.
He's
This
young
one-
here.
Yeah, this is one of his earliest movie roles. I was gonna ask if you recognized him, and you nailed it. And then,
Yeah, because I know he was probably, this was probably around the time of Do the Right Thing, which he was in.
Oh, that's right. I saw Pat Hingle in The Quick and the Dead.
He is in The Quick and the Dead. And John, I was also going to mention that this would not be Pat Hingle's final Stephen King project because he's also in the Shining miniseries in the 90s. He's the guy who's giving him the tour around the hotel at the start.
Oh, okay. I may have recognized him. I just forgot. I'm excited to make Noah watch that.
He got sprayed with gasoline.
Anime fan asked if Stephen King's a Spider-Man fan. I don't know. Probably. Oh god, the porn wall. John missed it.
This is the biggest porn wall I've seen.
It's disgusting. Because, and remember, this is after Creep Show, which is a solid hit for him, which he wrote and had a starring role in. But, because I know Stephen King was a fan of, like, EC comics and, horror comic stuff. Like, he probably read Marvel stuff. I don't know.
I feel like I've read somewhere that he was.
It wouldn't surprise me, yeah.
Because I know he's like a Lord of the Rings fan.
Yeah. He's so good as a swarmy, corrupt
Already he's
businessman.
Already he's giving a better performance in this than he gives in any of the Batman movies.
Oh. I like his incompetent Gordon.
His performance in Batman and Robin is peak.
That one is peak.
No, he is pretty funny in Batman and Robin.
My favorite scene with him is in Batman Forever when Batman shows up at the end and he like flies
He
through the
goes,
bat signal. No, they congratulate him and the other cop there. They like congratulate each other for doing nothing. They shake each
They
other's
shake hands.
hand.
What,
Okay, we did.
Robert? They turned the signal on. It's
That's
very
true. That's
important.
true.
That grill was disgusting.
Oh boy,
Uh-oh.
this is
I do love those stereotypicals. Like, yeah, that grill is probably the most disgusting thing you've ever seen, but the food that they make on it will be the best thing you've ever eaten.
Oh
yeah.
shit!
Oh god.
There's gonna be carnage. Whoa!
No, this movie gets pretty bloody.
So I will say, so far, I actually think this is a really cool idea.
Well,
Maybe for a short story.
yeah, well, it's a cool idea. That's just it's weird what he zeroes in on because it starts with oh god, technology is coming alive and like turning on people, and then it's like, now it's just trucks for most of the movie. Like he's like, I gotta pick something. I don't know because they are not consistent with the rules of this universe.
Yeah,
Well,
like you
those
could
first thought is
remake this,
just to
especially
smash it.
today. I joked, about the Green Goblin trip, but give it to Flanagan.
Give it to
to
Flanagan.
I mean, it should just be law that the only person allowed to adapt Stephen King now is Mike Flanagan.
Is Gary Doberman?
Not who I said, but
Yeah, and
Noah,
funny how-
good job on picking him out, by the way, because I do not recognize him, even though you've told me who it is.
he's more recognizable in this than he is in Do the Right Thing. Funnily enough.
Oh,
oh my god, and now he's dead. But and obviously, because this was such a horrible experience and a horrible failure, Stephen King would later disown this movie, saying, "Oh yeah, I'm never directing anything again. That was terrible." And I know years later he was asked, like, "Well, what do you think the worst adaptation of your work is?" And he said, "Maximum Overdrive." Which, you know what? I appreciate the humbleness, but I don't agree. This is better than some of his other adaptations, in my opinion.
Already, you like it way more than the new Salem's Lot.
Absolutely, like unironically, I like this way better than that.
No. So we joke about Flanagan, but I pitched this before we watched it. I think to Robert, give this to Sam Raimi.
Yeah,
With his
yeah,
energy and his energetic
Yeah.
direction.
And I don't think it's a stretch to say that Raimi probably influenced his style here, because this is after Evil Dead and how much he loved and raved about it. Like that shot when like the blade came to life and like that POV, like there's a couple Raimi looking shots in this movie. So I don't think that's a stretch.
Oh.
And no,
And I mean,
so
you got some attempt at slapstick right here.
yeah,
That's also
very
pretty
violent,
Raimi.
very violent slapstick.
He's
amazing.
in the dick.
One kid got
Why?
shot in the ass.
Why does he keep kicking me in the dick?
Oh God.
Yeah, right.
That kid's smart.
That's why you always wear a helmet.
That's right.
Is that the true lesson of this movie? Is just always wear a helmet.
Oh God. It's
What a
like
way to
storming the
die.
beaches of Normandy. This influenced Steven Spielberg when making Saving Private Ryan.
How many sodas are in that machine?
Oh my God.
Whoa.
Now let this
God.
scene.
A bulldozer.
So I
Get away,
can
kid.
already tell
Let's-
this is written
no.
by King. Oh my
Fuck.
god!
Oh my God.
Jesus!
They just killed the kid.
That's awesome.
Oh my
So-
God, he's Flat Stanley now.
As somebody who's read a lot of King, I can see all of the King tropes here already, and not in that.
Yeah.
Oh, we're adapting King. No, like this is a King writing.
This is
You can see the king in here.
Yeah.
And speaking of king tropes, we now have our religious hypocrite asshole giving this girl a ride.
Of course, his car is going to malfunction.
Because King is not afraid to kill
Um,
kids. I told Robert about this when we did the stand commentary. But in the book, because the first half is just like the plague and its fallout, he has like a chapter that is just like, here's how the plague spread and people that died. And there's this one kid that doesn't die of the plague. They died because they fell down a well after everyone else had died. And it's just them being stuck down there until they starve to death.
That's horrific. Of course, there's also Doctor Sleep. Yeah, that's the other example I can think of.
Yeah.
That's a pretty graphic death scene.
One of the most painful I think I've had to watch, like in modern movies. Like that seems rough.
Flanagan didn't give a shit. He's like, you're gonna be horrified and you're gonna like it.
I just wasn't expecting that kid to get bulldozed.
That one's funny.
It was amazing.
And that is part of why I appreciate this about this movie is, a modern studio mindset would be like, look, you're making a silly movie where trucks come back to life. Let's make it PG-13. Like, come on, let's try to get a wider audience. This movie gave no fucks.
I don't think I knew this
but it
movie.
gave no fucks.
I don't think I knew this was rated R until we started watching it.
It's actually rated G.
But see, their car didn't come to life. Why? I don't know.
Reasons. It's a selective possession. Uh-oh. Here we go. Gabby's getting angry.
Ouch, am I?
Now that you've really pissed me off.
Oh my god.
Whoa. Oh, damn it. I thought that guy was going to die.
Yeah, and if you notice any stunts that look like dangerous and unsafe, that would be correct. This was not.
That would be a good observation.
Because by Stephen King's own admission, he was coked out of his mind when he made this movie. This was prime Stephen King coke era.
This was the coke era of King. Of course. I mean,
I just got hit with.
You got an ad?
1 of 6? Are you fucking kidding me?
Should we pause
Go ahead. Yeah, everybody pause. God damn
it. Pause the timer too.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm at.
I figured,
1937.
It doesn't have any of the bars. It won't give me ads. And then it's like, here's 6 ads in a row.
That's fine because that means that'll probably be the only one you get.
I'm hoping.
I rewatched this movie the other day and there was just one big one in the middle.
Because I can't watch this on my computer or else OBS will just record the audio and that would not be good.
Especially with the AC/DC music.
Oh yeah. Stephen King would take
Anime
us
fan,
down
does the
immediately.
Green Goblin truck count as the first film adaptation of Green Goblin? Yes.
I mean, kind of.
It is also by default the best one.
Oh. If this was voiced by Willem Dafoe, then I'd agree.
That's true.
Why not?
We have to strike at his heart. I mean, his engine block.
So, like I said, I'm at 1937. Noah, where did you pause it?
Same. 1937. Okay.
I'm watching CGI ducks freak out about dirty dishes.
Isn't this is great material for commentary?
Anime fan, a funny way to reference Maximum Overdrive would be to have Willem Dafoe drive a truck in Secret Wars. All 6 people that know this movie would love that.
I'd cheer.
Hey, it's more
I'd
like
stand up and clap.
12. It's not
So what you're
6
saying is
people.
there's dozens of us.
There's dozens of us. Willem Dafoe's like, do what you want with that truck and broom a fist.
Okay, you said what timestamp?
1937.
All right. In 3, 2, 1, play.
Meanwhile,
On this random road. Uh-oh.
This structured. This is the most Stephen King structure that I've seen in a Stephen King adaptation.
you have all these random characters doing that, and then
Because
they're all going to meet up in
the
one
thing,
place.
the thing that, because like King is my favorite author, but I have to really get through the first like 100 to 200 pages of his book because it's just all these like separate plot elements, and eventually they will connect and become interesting. But until then, you're just like, okay, who is this again?
Doesn't even the Carrie book kind of have that? Isn't that like jumping around in time or something?
Yes, because Carrie is framed as like an interview after the fact, so it's like all these eyewitness reports and stuff, and it builds like the story, the tragedy of Carrie. But that one is paced better because it's like a 200-page book. It's real small. It's later when he'd start writing, 700, 800-page books.
Kurt, is he dead?
Why does that look like Dollar Store Kitty Foreman?
It might as well be, but that is the voice of Lisa Simpson.
Oh.
She does look and sound a lot like her. Like the younger version, which is weird to say.
Anime fan, I thought Maximum Overdrive was a popular film. It's a cult hit at this point. Like, there are people that like it. But at the time, it was a disaster.
It was like unironically like, oh my god, this is one of the worst movies ever made, which I don't agree with at all.
No.
Especially if you're familiar with Red Letter Media and their Best of the Worst series, and many other films made in this time. No, this was just expensive and had a big name attached to it and was in theaters. Like, so yeah, like, but no, this is not one of the. I don't think one of the worst movies ever made. I mean, it's bad, but it's entertaining.
Yeah. Oh, we're only 20 minutes in, and this is already better than half of the King adaptations that I've seen.
Don't you dare say this is better than The Shining.
John, do you think it's fair to say that like 80s coked out Stephen King could put out like a masterpiece and then something weird and bad, and there was like no in between?
Yes, because as much as I feel bad for him, his like state at that time, that is kind of the golden era of Stephen King. Because 80s you get Firestarter, Cujo, Christine, Pet Cemetery, a bunch of things I've never heard of. It,
oh god,
Gerald's Game in the 90s, Misery. Like just those first few, like that is like big hit after big hit after big hit.
Yeah, and I don't know what happened here, but in terms of writing, this is not peak Stephen King.
I think he struggles with screenplays because I'm looking at the screenplays that he's written. Creepshow is pretty good, but that is helped by being an anthology. I've heard Cat's Eye isn't very good. Yeah, I've heard Cat's Eye isn't very good, I think. I've heard Silver Bullet is okay. And then this. And then he wrote Pet Cemetery, which I like, but it really is just the book condensed into like 90 minutes.
Get in
Sleepwalkers,
the
which you
car.
like, and then
Yeah, well,
Cell.
yeah, no, and I'm gonna make you guys watch Sleepwalkers at some point. That movie's more insane than this, if you can believe it.
I
Amazing.
don't believe it, but
Oh my god.
Anime
We'll
fan,
see.
I like The Shining as a movie. It is a god awful adaptation.
I think God Awful's a bit extreme, but that's your opinion.
I mean, it completely misunderstands the character of Jack.
that's a whole can of worms. We've talked about it in our Shining
Go
commentary.
go watch their commentary on that.
Go read the book, then watch the movie, then get back to me.
Maximum Overdrive. I do find it strange that this is the thing that he went to choose to adapt to prove to everyone like this is how you do an adaptation of my work.
Right?
Like why this
Why
story?
would you at that point remake The Shining? Because that's the one, like,
because that
because
would
you
be
talked about like, oh, he's not happy with a lot of his work. The Shining is the big one.
Mhm.
See, I was about to say that would be ballsy, but I don't know because that movie wasn't well liked when it first came out. So
It wasn't a huge hit.
Mhm.
yeah,
It was
and
just kind of a
critics.
modest success.
It was a modest success, and critics didn't like it.
Because that is the only adaptation, at least from this era, that I've ever heard him actually badmouth.
Mhm.
I'm sure there's others, but that's the big one where he's like, no, he that movie is awful. Like, I hate it.
Yeah, I don't think he was fond of John Carpenter's Christine, and this is shortly after that. So I don't know. I think he just said Cars coming to life was just on his mind at the time. He was like, I want to do it.
I mean,
And
to
he's
be fair
going
to
for
King,
kind of
I
a
know.
John Carpenter look.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair to King, I know Austin likes that movie. I'm not the biggest fan of Christine.
I like Christine.
I like
It's
Christine.
fine.
I haven't read the
It's
book, to be fair.
no one in that movie is like characters. They're just pieces on a board doing things.
I didn't have that at all. I like the main character.
But yeah,
and it's-
the visual aesthetic of this does remind me a lot of Carpenter, and
Mhm.
for a first time director, I mean, I'm he's not
It's
bad.
not
Like
bad. Yeah.
this movie is pretty well directed.
Yeah, and when you get to the 90s, I kind of wish he had tried directing stuff more than doing screenplays. Um,
I think he might be a better director than he is a screenwriter. I'm sorry to say.
I think so too. Like the Shining miniseries you like more than I do, most of my problems with that are his screenplay. He doesn't know when to cut.
Well, yeah, I mean it's not perfect. If I had to just pick one to put on, it would certainly be the Kubrick version. But the miniseries gives me stuff that movie doesn't.
There's just choices like the CGI hedge monsters. It's like you have to know as a writer, like this isn't gonna work. You have to cut that.
This isn't gonna
Mhm.
Do something
translate.
different.
But it's fine. I got Doctor Sleep. It's kind of the definitive adaptation of both.
Doctor Sleep is great.
This is peak '80s film, by the way. This like slow guitar, drum score, and two people talking off screen. And here's the mandatory Stephen King Final Kid. Is that can we make that a trope? The Final Kid.
Yeah.
He is a final boy.
Oh my god, it's Hammock.
Oh, Michael Myers is in it.
The machines are killing us.
Okay, so this is probably a dumb question, but teleplays is just like a script for a TV, right?
I think so.
I think so. I couldn't. I can't. I don't have a definitive answer on that, but I think.
because I'm looking at his like credits, and he's got screenplays and then teleplays, and I'm assuming that just means for TV because it's like The Stand, The Shining, Roads Red, Kingdom Hospital,
Oh
The
no, not the
Stand again.
dog.
Oh my god!
Killed by a toy car?
How did that work?
I don't know.
Should
This movie's
Stephen
not
King
fucking
direct a
around.
Joker film?
I'd watch it. I
Yeah.
don't know if you should, but I'd watch it.
It would be 1000% better than Folie à Deux.
I
Probably.
mean, that wouldn't be hard. Todd Phillips is a hack. Oh, I forgot. Stephen King's done some comics.
No.
Okay, so this is relevant. He is credited for Heroes for Hope from the '80s. Does anybody know what that is?
Nope.
That is a Marvel Comics line about the X-Men. So I'm assuming he is a Marvel guy. And that's why.
Yeah. That's why he worked on a Marvel comic.
I was going to say that's
There you
why
go.
Green Goblin is in this movie, but okay.
Well, both can be true.
All right, so we have to talk about this
This is-
lawnmower scene.
Robert, did M. Night Shyamalan just rip this off for The Happening?
For The Happening?
Yes, the lawnmower.
Yeah. Sorry, you like cut out for a second, so I assumed that's what you said. But yeah, no, I definitely got some Happening vibes watching this with like this weird thing coming to life, killing people that's unexplained.
Is that happening?
Well, you just made me think of that because there's a specific lawnmower scene in The Happening as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, the Happenings gimmick is it's like plants come to life,
It's
kind
wind.
of.
Oh, I thought it was
Or
like
wind or whatever.
No, it's the
Yeah.
plants and whatever it is that they're like emitting is carried through the wind.
It is making people kill themselves. I don't know, but anyway, this scene with this lawnmower. So they had like a radio controlled lawnmower, and somebody was telling King, "You got to take the blade out. That's way too dangerous." And he was like, "No, it only looks scary on camera if it's got the blade in it." So this was King at like his most unprofessional and unsafe and unhinged. And they did a shot where the lawnmower went over like a piece of wood. Splinters flew everywhere, one of which went into the cinematographer's eye, and it cost him his right eye.
Oh my god.
Yeah. He later sued Stephen King for $18 million in damages due to unsafe working conditions, and they settled out of court. So that's the worst kind of fucked up story associated with this movie. That Stephen King's negligence. Just God, the cinematographer. This
That's
movie
pretty
cost him an
bad.
eye. Maximum Overdrive cost this guy an eye.
That's also pretty bad
That
as a
sucks.
cinematographer to lose an
Yeah.
eye. Like,
Yeah, that's like the worst thing that could happen to you.
yeah,
Um,
it's kind of like an
it
editor
blows.
losing a finger or something like that, you know?
Yeah, so
Or a
we
camera
like to,
operator.
yeah, like we like to joke and like, coked out Stephen King. This is hilarious, but no, that sometimes bad shit like that happens. That really
Has
sucks.
consequences. Yeah.
Because when people say like, why don't they make movies like this anymore? So crazy. It's like, well, sometimes.
It's just shit like that happens on set. Oh my god.
Yeah, but on the flip side of that, you get a book, Cujo, that he doesn't remember writing because he was coked out of his goddamn mind.
Yeah. So, like everybody, Stephen King's a complicated person who has made mistakes and shouldn't necessarily be held on a pedestal. And get it. Like we love Stephen King, but yeah, that was fucked up. I wish that didn't happen.
I feel like it's this guy's turn to die.
No Time to Die. And yeah, anime fan, like I agree that it's good he didn't direct more shit like that for those reasons. But what I'm saying is, hypothetically, I would have liked to have seen Stephen King direct more post the coked out
Yeah.
years,
Yeah, once he gets sober.
like like '90s sober Stephen King. I would have liked to have seen direct something.
Uh-oh. I think he's an angry asshole, not a happy one. Very poor choice of words. Whoa.
So I just had an ad, but let it play. What timestamp are you guys currently at? I'm just
Right
gonna
now
fast forward.
I'm at 34:30, 34:40.
Okay.
I'm looking at Green Gobby.
You're
That's
the one
covered in
that's
blood.
out, Gabi. Out of your mind. Oh, I just got a fucking
Oh,
Again? Oh boy.
another 6 of them. Jesus.
all right, let's pause it.
Yeah, I didn't want to have to make you guys pause because I just rewatched this
Okay.
movie the other day. What timestamp are you at, Noah?
35:08.
Okay,
I'm
perfect. That's
looking
right.
at Pat Hingle.
We
Not the
love
worst thing to be looking
ads,
at.
folks.
Pretty nice thing to look at. But yeah, I assume this was like the most infamous thing to come out of King's Coke era.
Oh, absolutely.
Um, yeah, I mean, kind of, but also that scene in It.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
but that's like one scene in an otherwise popular,
But that is
successful
the
book.
that is the scene that everybody goes to.
It's pretty crazy, and like I said, you guys haven't seen Sleepwalkers yet, but I'm telling you, there's some crazy shit in that movie.
That's why, as much as I'm glad he got sober, there are times where I'm like, I kind of miss when you were an insane son of a bitch.
I like that you're saying that right after the thing that Robert told us about the cinematographer.
Yeah, I mean, that does suck, and like, I'm glad he got sober, but there's something about some of the insane shit that he came up with in stories. I'm like, I miss when you did shit like this.
John's like, one cinematographer's eye is worth the price of these
Hey,
crazy
the hardest
stories.
decisions require the strongest of wills.
Also tangentially related, I still haven't watched the trailer for Life of Chuck. I think that's out right now.
Oh, has that got a trailer?
Um,
Did they put
I
out a
think
full trailer? I just watched one that was like a minute. It was like a teaser.
okay, maybe it was just the teaser then. I'm really looking forward to that movie though.
I'm
Me
very
too.
excited.
Yeah, I because I forgot that there was a teaser out until last time I went to the theater. I saw that there was a poster for the movie there, and I was like, oh yeah,
Oh wow.
oh wow, I want to watch that.
Yeah, next. So a week from Saturday, I'm going to see Sinners, the new Ryan Coogler movie. Looking forward
Oh
to that.
yeah, I
Oh, I didn't see
forgot
that.
about that. I want to see that.
I'm at 34:58.
They're okay, 34:58.
Is everybody on the same timestamp?
One second. Sorry, it was loading. Okay, yeah, 34:58.
In
Yep.
3, 2, 1, play.
This is Bubba Hendershot. And I don't know if you guys picked up on it. Pat Hingle's character's name is Bubba, and he calls everybody else Bubba. I don't know what to do with that. When we're introduced to him, he calls Emilio Estevez's character Bubba. I was like, oh, that's his name. And then later I'm like, wait,
No, he's
what are we
Bubba.
doing? I am Bubba.
That's a fun character quirk. Just calling everybody by your name.
It makes sense to King.
That'd be like if Robert was like, "Hey, Robert, what what are we doing today? What movie are we talking about?"
Yeah. So, we mentioned earlier that this film was produced by Dino De Laurentiis, and
Yes.
when he showed up on set, and this is I don't know like a week or so into filming, and this main girl here, what's her name? I'm not familiar with this actress, Laura Harrington, I think. So he shows up like a week or two into production, and he's not at all happy that she's wearing jeans and is like conservatively dressed. So he mandated this scene where she
Oh
changes clothes
no.
for absolutely no reason to be in a slightly skimpier outfit for the rest of the movie. Because that's how Dino works, baby. Why is this broad wearing pants?
I like that he mandated they write a scene in to explain it rather than just having her change
Well,
off set.
if you know anything about Dino De Laurentiis, he had a very particular taste in women on screen and how they were portrayed. I know this for Bruce Campbell talking about Army of Darkness and how hard they had to fight to sell that actress because Dino was not happy with it because he didn't think she had big enough boobs.
Oh, Dino.
He's a lot of things, but at least he was honest.
You know,
And
it's the hypocrisy that's the problem.
Yeah.
he gave us Kyle MacLachlan's nickname that David Lynch uses for him, Kale.
And what's weird too is like this character is in like a slightly skimpier outfit for the rest of the movie, but it's never that gratuitous. Like there's not much nudity or like cleavage or anything, so it's just like it just feels all the more unnecessary. It's like what are we doing? Like okay, she's wearing a skirt now, but it never feels that gratuitous, which like is fine. It's just weird.
Very specific. I got Dino to shut up, so.
Oh, Dino. And
Oh no, they're being circled by
yep.
trucks.
I hope you guys like this setting because we're gonna be here for about an hour.
Oh man.
That's when it slows down a bit. As much fun as I think this movie is, it does have some pacing issues.
I thought we were gonna be on the road for a bit.
Well, yeah, you get that with these characters.
I guess.
And their car
What
isn't
it's supposed to
evil.
be. She looks somewhere between 20 and 40.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, like, why isn't their car evil? I don't know.
It seems like it's only affecting trucks.
And every other appliance. Well, no, there's also like the steamrollers and different vehicles and such
Yeah,
you're
how could you
seeing.
forget about your favorite scene when that kid gets steamrolled?
Well, it's only affecting big vehicles, I guess.
Not necessarily.
Well, this car's fine.
This look, they're driving the only immune car in the country.
Hard ass.
I like the score, even though I'm not a big AC/DC guy.
Neither am I, but they fit the tone of this movie.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
No, I don't know if you'd agree with this, but it reminds me of Friday Nightmare 3 having the Dawkins sound song.
Oh yeah. The Dream Warriors.
Yeah, like the only song that they've produced that I like.
Isn't that like their only song?
No.
I don't know anything about talking.
No, I feel like they were a relatively big band at the time, which is why they were picked. I could be
I don't know.
wrong. Robert, tell us more about Dokken.
Do some research on Dokken. No, I do
Your
like that
favorite
song though.
band. No, we had some kick-ass like metal tracks for horror at the time. You know, Dream Warriors, The Man Behind the Mask. I don't care what Red Letter Media says. That song is awesome.
No, I unironically like that song.
I enjoy that song.
Oh my god.
Dokken is an American heavy metal band formed in Los Angeles in
He actually did
1978.
it.
It split up in 1989 and reformed 4 years later. The band has had several hit singles which charted on the Billboard Hot 100, such as Alone Again, In My Dreams, and Burning Like a Flame, and has sold more than 10 million albums worldwide. I don't know about that.
Dixie Boy Truck Stop.
And In My Dreams is unrelated to Nightmare on Elm
We
Street.
just had a truck explode on screen, and all you can do is monotonely read the Dokken Wikipedia page. All right, how many more hours of them circling this gas station?
7.
No.
It's about an hour.
Oh,
Are you
I
gonna
hate you.
smash? Wait, who do you hate?
Lisa Simpson's character. She's annoying. This
He's
is
gonna
another
smash
Stephen
through.
King's trope, like the newlyweds, and one of them is just the most annoying.
There, he can't smash through the building. That's not cool. They're gonna
But
be exposed.
that does go to part of my positives with the direction, though. I like these performances. It feels like these actors know the movie that they're in.
Yeah. I don't think anyone's terrible in this.
Or, like, you don't think anybody's giving the wrong performance for this material.
No. I say that as Lisa Simpson continues to scream.
Screech.
I can only hear Lisa. I had that where the voice of Marge was in a movie I saw a long time ago.
Oh my god.
Wow. And yeah, every time
What
she
the
spoke,
hell? Where'd
I
they
just
get
heard
that?
Marge.
Well, no, if you
Um,
watch Godzilla '98, like half of the cast of The Simpsons is in that movie,
Right,
and
yeah.
they just sound like they're Simpsons characters.
I'm sorry, why did Pat Hingle not have not why did he just pull out this rocket launcher earlier?
I thought you were gonna say, why didn't he pull that out in Batman and Robin?
He
Shoot
should have.
Mr. Freezeman.
He should have after Poison Ivy rejected him. Eat this.
Batman, there's a new criminal in town. It's me.
It's me.
He becomes the Mad Bomber.
No, that
Cigar
would
in
be
his
he's
mouth.
Batman and Robin's version of Michael Chiklis's character from Gotham, where he just goes around with a rocket launcher screaming guilty.
Guilty.
Oh my god.
Unironically, this is my favorite Pat Hingle performance. I'm serious.
I really like him in this movie.
Yeah.
It's probably my favorite character.
There's toilet paper everywhere now.
It's not an artistic choice.
Yes. It's kind of like Stephen King's version of John Woo's Doves. He'll have like like doves flying in slow motion. He's got toilet paper flowing in slow motion.
The classic Doc lineup consists of founder Don Dokken on vocals,
Okay.
George Lynch on lead guitar, Mick Brown on drums, and Jeff Pilson, who replaced the rap-bound Juan Grusier in 1983 on bass. This lineup remained stable from 1983 to 1989, and again from 1993 to 1998, and briefly reunited in 2016.
I like the idea of Dino De Laurentiis watching this and thinking that this is like the more appropriate outfit for her to wear. Not feeling
Also,
any chemistry between these two, though.
Yeah, they're trying. Pay attention to her hair. This is gonna be important later.
Okay. Okay. All right. Noted.
Oh, meanwhile, this kid having the worst day of his life.
Oh no. Oh no. There's gonna be a plane crash.
What is his music choice?
We
It's Ride
come
of the
really close.
Valkyries.
We come really close to doing a North by Northwest shot. Just do it, King. It's right there.
But instead, he decided to reference Apocalypse Now because of Ride of the Valkyries. I don't know.
This poor kid. Oh, and now we have the most disgusting scene of the movie.
Oh God.
Hope you like those sound effects. Remember, this is the guy who had the porn wall in his room.
This is just a sleazy character. Is this King's self-insert?
I don't know. This could be in continuity with Friday the 13th Part 5, right? Like, this is that universe. Because I get similar vibes.
You think this is the chocolate bar kid?
Yes. This is why
my
he
God,
had to go
don't
live
look
at the
at
home.
Oh, you know, my God, his name's Joey!
Oh, his name's Joey too.
Well, that's the that's the name of the kid from Friday 5.
Oh my God.
Why was Emilio Estevez peering at him from over the stall?
Why not?
He's like a Pokemon. He only just says his name. What would you do if Pat Hingle was a Pokemon?
I'd collect him.
Whoa, whoa,
Kinda-
whoa!
I'd
You
put him
can't
in
say
my
that.
Pokeball.
He just comes with a rocket launcher, just blows up the other Pokemon.
Bubba,
Yeah,
use rocket launch.
I don't know what I'm watching, but he's selling it.
He just said, "Who you gonna call?" Whoa.
We're attempting some level of intrigue here.
Yeah, I'm not sure what this fight is about, but I can tell it's supposed to be dramatic. This is his dramatic backstory.
His tragic backstory. He's like, I just wanted to be a writer. Moved to Maine.
Then I got a drinking problem. Then I picked up a coke habit. I once wrote this whole book. Don't even remember writing it.
It was called Pristine. Does this look like a high stakes situation to you?
Yeah, don't go through there.
And if you need context for why this kid's tried to get here, it's because his dad worked there.
Oh, did we talk over that?
I think we talked over that.
Okay. I just want to make sure we talked over that and not that the movie forgot to provide the
Well,
context.
did we talk over the scene where the guy got gasoline in his eyes and then got hit by a truck later and died? Yeah, that's that kid's father.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and now we're in this scene.
Okay.
Something's missing.
Connective tissue, where are you?
It's fine. They hugged earlier. That's all you need.
That really convincing hug. Just as convincing as Harry and Ginny's kiss.
You know, that kiss in the movie is about as convincing as it is in the books, so, you know.
Yeah.
Just watched 2 hours of so-called art.
I like the green light in this, like glowing in the sky. That looks neat.
Yeah, it's from the comet.
Called
Or
the
whatever.
Northern Lights. Aurora Borealis.
No, it's the comet. Did you even read the text at the beginning?
No, I can't read, remember, John?
Oh.
You read for me, and I just wasn't listening.
That's my favorite thing about playing Resident Evil games with Robert is you'll find a document that's like 6 pages of just like walls of text. I make him read all of it.
And I bet he loves doing that.
I do.
He lost his place a couple of times. It was really funny.
So I get that she had her hair tied back earlier, but that's like completely different, right?
He looks like a
Yeah, that's like a different hairstyle.
Yeah,
together.
like her hair was curly earlier. It wasn't that curly. And I'm like, is this a different person? What's happening?
Oh, I got an ad. Are you fucking kidding me? 5?
Okay.
Good lord, John.
I'm at 54.40.
Jesus
Oh,
Christ.
wow. Yeah. They're exactly the same place.
Timmy just went, fuck you.
What?
I like
Are you watching this on Amazon?
I like that this machine.
You know it was on Amazon. It just told me it was on Tubi.
Is it on Prime?
I'm watching it on Prime. Where are you watching it?
I'm watching it on Tubi.
And you've had no ads?
He's watching it on a computer with ad block.
I didn't want to advertise it. I was using ad block on Tubi.
I have to watch it on my TV so OBS doesn't pick up the audio. One of you assholes could learn how to stream.
I'm not the one who's had 20 ads in the middle of this.
Hey, Just Watch is not a very reliable source sometimes. Should have told us it was on Prime. Yeah, I assume you just rented it, Robert.
Oh no, the reason why we did this was because I gave John a choice between this and Sleepwalkers, and we went with this just because we knew that you wanted to watch it, and this was currently streaming, and Sleepwalkers isn't.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm just watching it on Prime. I did just rent Possession today with Sam Neill and watched that earlier.
Oh,
What a
what'd you
picture!
yeah, it's pretty crazy, right?
I was expecting like a low key, artsy, weird, kind of slow burn
Really? Were you
dreamlike horror
actually
movie.
expecting that?
I was not prepared for nonstop yelling.
It's fucking
It's
wild.
it's one of the most anxious movies I've ever seen.
Yeah, dude. It's insane. I love
That's
that movie though.
That's a very raw, realistic movie about a divorce for the first half, and then it just spirals into Lovecraftian horror.
It's really disturbing.
It's good. I'd recommend it. Anime fan asks if the ads are any good. John.
They were not. I'm switching over to Amazon, so I don't have to deal with this. Hold on.
Okay. Good idea. Sorry, everybody.
Thank you for joining us for a 3-hour epic Maximum Overdrive commentary.
Maximum Overdrive. Oh yeah, John's a big fan of Possession.
Possession was pretty good.
For some reason, I thought you liked that. You didn't really care for that movie.
I didn't love it as much as everybody, but I liked it. It's good. I just think it got
Sam Neill's
overhyped.
great.
It's like this really crazy movie, and like there's moments, but Sam Neill is really good. And of course, you get the big scene at the first open homages.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's like the scene I knew about.
Just looking at this pinball machine with The Last Supper on it.
I have to watch a 2-minute Amazon ad. Hold on.
Ads
I can't
galore.
get away from the ads.
No matter how hard you try, you can't escape it.
Robert, we're gonna do a turbo commentary next. Notice here. Are you ready? Because that is a horror movie. That little wizard guy.
I didn't agree to this.
That little
It's a
wizard guy
horror
is
movie.
scary.
I'm not watching Turbo. I don't know why you want to watch that movie so badly.
You need to see it.
Watched it.
Yeah. No, Noah, since we have time to kill, we need to show Robert Donnie Darko and then watch Southland Tales.
I don't know if that should be
We'll get to it.
tomorrow, but yeah, sometime.
I'll let you guys know. John and I are doing another quick stream after this tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, Robert gets tired at like 9 p.m. this time.
Yeah, and I'll have to get going after the movie. But what do you guys
I
think?
wasn't gonna ask you this. Oh, because we didn't say we're just doing a quick speculation on The Last of Us season 2. So I wasn't gonna ask you to be there for that.
Okay.
Because you're lame and refuse to watch the show.
I can still speculate to what's gonna happen in season 2.
I mean, if you want to stay, you're welcome to.
I think Ellie's gonna be in it. I think Joel's gonna be in it. I think there's gonna be some zombies.
I think Joel will be in it for a little bit, and then
Oh wow! Spoiler.
What timestamp are we on?
5440.
Yeah.
I skipped past the ad section, so it's making me watch another ad. I've
Are
had
you
to watch
serious?
2 ads before I even started the fucking movie on Amazon.
Oh my god.
It's not. It's never
Robert,
ending.
why didn't you tell us this was on Prime?
I told you
Why did
guys
you
I
say
was
anything?
I was watching this on Prime. I had the 2-minute ad to get through at
You
top.
said you
I
were
told you
watching it
guys.
on Amazon. I thought you rented it.
Yeah, I thought you rented it.
Why would I have a 2-minute ad if I rented it?
Hey, I don't know what Amazon does. Anyway,
No,
fan,
it's
is
like, I don't know.
Southland Tales considered a bad film? What
It
I've
is,
heard.
but I love it. It's a
And
wonderful
Noah
movie.
really
I have
wants me
no
to
idea what
watch
it
it.
is.
Oh my god, it's a disaster.
But Noah, because you saw Donnie Darko for the first time in a watch party.
Sorry, I saw it for the first time. What?
In a watch party with us?
No, I watched it on my own first.
Oh, I thought for some reason when we watched it was the first time.
No, I watched it once, and then a few weeks later, you were like, "Hey, you want to watch that together?" And I was like, "Sure." So,
The movie's peak.
I don't know. I don't know if that's a great first time to
Yeah,
watch a
I
watch
see
party
now
with.
because now I'm questioning it because I thought that was how you would watch it the first time.
No,
But also, Robert takes forever to watch it.
he'll watch it sometime. No rush.
I'll watch it someday.
Robert, what does that say in the chat? It's cut off for me.
He's saying we should do a stream where we talk about ads the entire time.
That's a good idea.
Okay. 7 hours later.
We're back.
All right,
We're
we're
back, baby.
All right. Is everybody ready?
Yes.
I'm ready.
In 3, 2, 1, play.
Noah, what does the Last Supper imagery symbolize in this picture?
It summarizes. I'm guessing Pat Hingle is gonna be like Judas, and he's gonna betray Emilio Estevez eventually. You don't have to
And
confirm
now
if
what-
that's right, because I know that that's a right prediction.
And now we're at my favorite monologue in the movie, the "We Made Them" monologue. This performance. We made you. Now this is a Flanagan monologue. That's what I mean when I'm like,
That is a true statement. We did make them.
what's this we business? But like, I can't call that good acting, but it's the right performance for this movie.
I love that. Yeah.
Such a good scene.
No. I maintain that I don't think anyone gives a bad performance in this. I'm not backing down from that.
This is not the worst directorial debut I've ever seen. Now, is it scary? That's debatable.
All right. Well, tell me what you think of this. Flanagan doing a mini-series version of this with
Yes.
a longer version of that monologue. What do you think? Yes or no?
Like, and we take the characters and split them like over decades, make it a
Yeah.
family.
Have different actors playing the same characters.
Are you guys ready for? You know what we should do though is when that Carrie show comes out, we should do that live.
Yeah.
I am beyond
But
excited.
reactions or reviews?
Like commentaries or reviews, whatever. I
Like
guess
what we
it
did with
depends on
Penguin.
what the release schedule looks like. If that's week to week, then we can
Mhm.
just do reviews like Robert and I are going to talk about The Last of Us.
Yeah, we're gonna do our season 2 premiere review Monday night, right?
If you show up.
I'll be there.
Nah, I can understand having a rough day. I'm sorry you had a rough day last Monday.
That's fine. Oh God, that Bible salesman's still alive.
How?
Oh no. Sweet Jesus, help me. But like Pat Hingle and this guy, like they have great chemistry.
I love them. It's my favorite duo. They have better chemistry than the romantic partners, like
I
Emilio
agree.
Estevez and that
Uh,
woman.
but this is when we hit like the padding stage of the movie, right? Like, oh shit, you gotta keep this going for another
Yeah,
half an hour.
I'll be
Yep.
honest. I think this movie kind of peaked at the beginning. I'm getting a
It,
little bored, to be
the first
honest with you
third's the
guys.
strongest stuff. It does pick
Yeah,
back up later, but yeah, it does drag in
it
places.
better. Yeah, no, because right at the beginning, it starts off at an 11.
It does.
And I was thinking like, oh, I should show this to some of my friends, but now I'm like, oh, it's getting a little slow.
Well, to be fair, we didn't plan on having a 20-minute long intermission, so that also slowed down the pace a little.
Yeah,
Fuck,
yeah.
it's all your fault. You didn't tell me it was on
It's
Amazon.
not your fault, Robert. You should tell us where things are streaming.
When are we going to do the commentary on the Minecraft movie?
When
I
we
believe
start our Minecraft channel.
Oh, God.
I can't believe you even suggested that to me, John.
I'm so tired of the lava chicken song already.
But John, kids are destroying movie theaters. You should be happy about it.
Yeah, since you hate theaters,
No,
this is the
it is really
justification.
funny. Okay. It is really funny because I remember when that movie first came out and, started to pick up steam. People were like, oh, God, the Minecraft movie is doing well. You motherfuckers have been complaining for months that nobody's going to the
That's true.
theaters. And now a movie finally gets people to go to the theater and you're complaining?
Yeah.
It's I mean, it's great that theaters are doing well, but it's not great that they're getting trashed by
That's fine.
crazy
Teenagers.
people. Yeah.
No, that is
And
shitty.
also giving money to shitty movies, and they're gonna keep making shitty movies because of
Yeah.
that.
Well, that's what's sad. It's like you can track it. We went from the Lego movie, which is this really artful, intelligent, sophisticated
Mid
family
movie.
picture. It's a great movie that did okay at the box office. Fast forward to a Minecraft movie is now going to make like $1 billion.
Okay, to be fair, that has nothing to do with the quality of the film. It all has to do with Minecraft is a bigger name at this point to kids than
It
Lego.
is, yeah. No, I'm just talking about like what people are going to see. I'm talking about like how studios are
Mhm.
tracking these things and the
Studio
lessons they
mindset.
learn.
Don't worry, in
Yeah,
like 5 years we'll get the Fortnite movie, and that'll make like $6 billion.
yeah. Oh no, that'll be next. Like Fortnite and Overwatch. Like we're gonna get those
Okay,
movies.
to be fair, as somebody who has dabbled in Overwatch, there is an excellent lore there, and it would make a kick-ass movie. They
The
won't make
Fortnite.
that movie. It could be good.
Well, and the Fortnite movie's gonna be the whatever studio makes it. It's gonna be the big IP cameo fest.
I don't
Look
know
at all
how
these
you're gonna.
things.
Yeah, the tricky thing with that is I don't know how you're gonna get some of these studios to play ball. Disney wouldn't for Ready Player One.
That's true. But that was a Warner Brothers picture, so they put a lot of Warner Brothers shit in it. Same with the Space Jam sequel.
I was about to rock.
Honestly, if it wasn't for the just like shittiness of Fortnite, in another world, I'd probably be down for a movie that's just like, here's all these characters that you know in a battle royale, and they have to fight each other. Like 8-year-old me would be all over that. Shit, I did that stuff at home with my action figures. The real question though is who does Jack Black play in Fortnite, the movie?
Oh God. Everybody.
I guess he'd have to play the Fortnite guy. You know, that blonde guy. I don't know what his name is, but it's like the
I didn't know who
closest thing
Steve was until this fucking movie.
I'm just thinking the
I'm
closest
not
thing
a Minecraft
Fortnite
guy.
has
You don't know
to a main
Steve?
character. Wait. How do you not know Steve?
I didn't know that was a thing until this movie. I'm
It's
not
the
a
guy-
Minecraft guy.
The guy was just the guy you play as in Minecraft.
I've never played Minecraft.
Yeah, but
You're not
you've
missing
at
anything.
least seen Steve before.
Sure. He just looks like a
Yeah.
guy. I don't know your
Yeah.
name.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Robert
he's
just
Steve.
really needed him to look at the camera and go, I am Steve.
It's like, who is this man?
And it's looking spooky.
Spooky, scary monster trucks. I guess they're not monster trucks, they're Mack trucks.
Is this better than the actual Monster Trucks movie?
Oh no.
Probably.
There's a Monster
Probably
Trucks
is.
movie?
Yeah.
The one with the monster in the truck?
Yep.
I remember that.
Kid, he's dead.
He's just sleeping with his eyes open.
Do you think that movie counts for our channel, the monster truck movie? Because it's about
No.
a monster. But it's about a monster in a truck.
Oh God.
Whoa. Oh, he's referencing The Fly.
Or by Jesus, I'll kill you. These little
Why-
moments.
Why are we
Little
only
moments of
hearing
magic.
his voice off screen?
Why does he sound like
There's-
why does he sound like the bad guy in Howard the Duck at the end? Something
good questions.
else.
He kind of sounds like Stephen King doing a voice. I think King recorded that.
Well, and
They
King's
ADR'd it
also like really self-critical of his performance in Creepshow. He thinks he's awful in that movie. I think his performance is perfect. I love him in that short.
I still need to see Creepshow.
Oh, it's really good.
Seen that. And then there's one short in
I'll add it to the
Creepshow 2
list.
that I think is really good.
Yes, that is correct.
And it is the one that traumatized me for years.
It's genuinely scary.
So no, if you don't know, the only skit in Creepshow 2 that's worth watching is called The Raft. And it's a bunch of teens that are up like stuck on a raft with this like blob like thing that eats you.
It's like a tar creature.
Yeah, like a tar creature.
Okay.
So it's kind of like a remake of The Blob, but
Yeah.
scarier in a way because they're stuck on that little raft, and like you watch it digest them.
That's
It's
horrifying.
fucked up.
My
and
dad decided I should watch that at like 5, and I freaked out.
And you were like, nope.
Nope. Because there's one scene, and I remember this one specifically. is this one woman is laying down on the raft, and you're like, oh, she's just not feeling good. He turns her over. The tar has leaked up through the slits in the wood, and
Oh
is
no.
just like grabbed her face and has like been eating her this entire time.
Oh man. Yeah, I gotta watch that.
The rest of Creepshow 2 is not as good.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
It's like a step down.
Is
Okay,
Robert, because you've seen
guys, stop. Got Pat Hingle's gonna get the best line. Where's my dad? He done got scrubbed by one of them big boys out there.
Light
Tough break,
cigar.
That is the best way to break the news to somebody.
Oh yeah,
Their
sorry,
loved one has died.
Bubba, your dad's fucking dead. Light cigar.
Done got scrubbed by one of them big boys out there. What does that even mean? And the look on this kid's face is just pure trauma. It's like, hey, fine.
Real
I'd
quick.
fucking punch Pat Hingle for saying that.
real quick, Robert, Creepshow 2 is the one with the Indian statue, right? Like that really unfortunate skit.
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh.
I think her hair is shorter in that shot.
Right?
It just changes every scene. It's like, there's a movie they did on Mystery Science Theater called Werewolf.
Fucking Bubbles.
Fucking Bubbles. There's a werewolf movie that they did on MST3K just called Werewolf, and there's this running thing where every time this one character enters a scene, he's got like a completely different hairstyle. They keep commenting on that. It's pretty funny.
Beautiful.
Like that guy in a sleepaway camp who goes from having a very real mustache to a very fake mustache at some point midway through that movie. And another thing I wanted to mention with the background on this is, I mean, to King's credit, he did attempt to create like a positive environment on set. I guess during production, he rented out a theater to screen a couple of classic films like Night of the Living Dead and Godzilla for the crew and provided free refreshments and everything.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
So that sounds fun. He also provided free personal commentary during each film.
Oh,
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but I want to see it. I want to know what Stephen King's personal commentary for Godzilla is like scoped out of his mind.
Right when you initially said that, I was like, "Oh, that's kind of cool." I'd hang out with Stephen King and watch Godzilla with him.
Movies.
And then you're like, "Oh," and then he does commentary. I was like, "Well, I don't know."
Like, oh no,
I'd still watch it. I want to know his take on Night of the Living Dead.
What would his take be? I'm just gonna scare the hell out of you.
Okay, David Lynch.
What the hell?
I really wish we'd gotten to see like a David Lynch take on a Stephen King story.
Oh my god,
I'd love that.
Stephen King would fucking hate a David Lynch movie made from one of his stories.
Can you imagine just how like out there his version of like The Stand or
I was just gonna say David Lynch's The Stand. Oh my god.
Uh-oh. Stand away from the windows.
Robert, you know what else this movie's reminding me of? Do you remember that really shitty movie from the late 2000s, Legion?
Oh god, the one that
where they're all stuck in a diner, surrounded by things trying to kill them.
Yeah, I've never seen that movie.
Is that Paul Bettany as like an angel?
Yes, 90% of that movie is them stuck in a diner.
Well, speaking of which, this is actually a little similar to The Mist.
Yeah.
But that's the scary version of this.
That's the competently made, written version.
This is competently made.
This is coming. Oh no!
Oh
Run,
no,
Pat
no,
Hingle!
no,
Where?
No!
no! What? That's lame. He gets shot off screen.
Yeah.
All right.
That was
Oh.
awkwardly edited too.
Yeah.
Him having
The
that
guy with
rocket launcher reminds me of RoboCop 2, where they just stumble into a rocket launcher in the middle of a Detroit gun store.
I love how the guy with the green shirt walked in like just to die, just to get filled with blood squibs.
I can't believe they just got my boy like that.
I think what happened was Pat Hingle said, "I'm not wearing any fucking blood squibs. Shoot me off screen.
Yeah,
Just throw some blood on me."
just put the blood on him off camera. That sucks.
Yeah. Noah, I assume you've heard the story of like James Caan filming his death scene in The Godfather, and how you've seen The Godfather, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Who?
No, James Caan, the brother that gets shot. But like he was filled with so many blood squibs, it was like he basically got shot 20 times because they were all rigged at once.
Well,
Like he had like 100 blood squibs
no, because that's a really
going on.
extreme scene. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was just thinking because I don't know
No,
if
it
I
was
heard.
genuinely painful.
I don't know if I heard like any specific behind the scenes
Behind the
stories about that, but
stories?
yeah. No, yeah, but like that looks like a painful scene to film.
Oh no, this is the
No,
reprisal of her monologue. No.
she still hasn't gotten over it. Oh no!
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, she got one of them.
Damn.
accidentally.
She
That's a good
died as she
explosion.
lived.
An idiot?
Yeah.
And I mean, have you considered starting a Godfather channel? No, because that first
Yes.
movie is mid.
Incorrect.
Like, yeah, because it would just be John and I, and John would just be like, "This is boring."
I don't like dialogue in movies.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Where's the explosions?
Sounds like there's too many monologues with The Godfather.
I'd watch The Godfather if Mike Flanagan directed it. He'd make it good.
But there's already a lot of monologues.
Yeah, but he makes better monologues.
And now we're at the Morse code scene. Because why not?
When did we establish that this kid knows Morse code?
Right now,
he just
haven't you
did.
been paying attention?
He got a merit badge from it.
This is information we just learned now.
Wait,
Yes.
Robert, is this a prequel to Transformers?
Yes. Optimus Prime is going to show up and fight the other bad
Yeah.
trucks.
Can we please get Stephen King's commentary on Transformers 1? Not Transformers 2007. Transformers 1, the animated movie from last year. The best Transformers movie, and it's not even fucking close.
If only they advertised it better.
Yeah. That's on the studio. That trailer fucking sucks.
It does, but that movie's so fucking good, dude.
I'll get to it.
I finally gotta watch it.
What are you waiting for?
We made them. And I think Emilio's actually trying in this movie. He's the one actor who's like attempting pathos.
Kind of weird career where I think he's a really good actor, but Charlie Sheen kind of overshadowed him by being a living meme.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't even know what he's done in the last like 30 years.
Didn't he come back for like one season of that Mighty Ducks revival?
Oh yeah, I think I heard about that. I haven't watched it.
John, didn't you
He
watch the cartoon first when you were a kid, and then when you saw the action movie, you were like, "What the fuck is this?"
so even better. So I watched the cartoon first, and then I got D2 The Mighty Ducks 2 on VHS tape. So without having seen the first one and only the cartoon as context, I watched that. I was like, wait a minute. How did these
Where's the
connect?
space?
So apparently he got nominated. Emilio Estevez got nominated for a Golden Raspberry for Worst Actor for this movie, and I don't see it.
That's
That's not
undeserved.
fair. Look at him. He's sincerely talking to the Green Goblin space right now.
Yeah. Yes, he did come back for the Mighty Ducks Game Changers.
Was it a game changer?
No.
Emilio Estevez goes up to the Green Goblin and he's like, "We want you out." And Gobby's like, "Out, am I?"
Oh, no wonder I haven't seen him in anything. He hasn't done much. The last movie that he was in was in 2018.
Another Plain Hell's Bills.
He's
Not
the
my favorite.
he's the only cast member of the Breakfast Club to never show up in the TV show Psych. I don't know if he just said no. I don't know what happened there, but like they in guest roles, like they got Molly Ringwald, Judd Nelson, Anthony Michael Hall, like they got everybody from the Breakfast Club over the course of that show, but they never got Emilio Estevez. I'm not sure why. Because that show has tons of like 80s icon or character actor cameos and guest roles.
This is our sing-along commentary, by the way.
when the bell kicked in, I was like, "Is that Hell's Bells?" Yep, yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Do you like this thrilling montage of filling up
Phil,
gas?
I
Is
don't
this
know.
exciting?
This is the music that
So
plays every time I fill up my car.
Robert, because you've seen Snyder's Dawn of the Dead, right?
Yep.
That does this better when they're like working on the buses and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think we talked over what was in the Morse code.
It was the truck saying, "Fill us up, we need gas." That's why they're circling them and not just killing them. And they're signaling and bringing other trucks that are alive coming here for gas.
This is amazing.
Why we couldn't establish that like 40 minutes ago, I don't know. I don't know why we waited an hour and 20 minutes to introduce this key plot point. That the trucks just
That
want
was
gas.
peak Stephen King, where you just like you're at the end. It's like this.
It kind of feels
Noah,
like a Shyamalan thing, honestly.
It does.
because Noah, do you know how The Stand ends?
Oh god.
No.
Okay, so a few of the main characters are being crucified by the bad guy, and you find out they are just a diversion because one of the bad guys is like lieutenants is insane and brought a fucking nuke to Las Vegas, and then out of nowhere, the hand of God shows up
Oh.
and grabs the nuke and detonates.
So it's a Deus Ex Machina.
It's literally
Yes.
the hand of God.
Stephen
In the
King was like,
miniseries, it's just like a blue energy hand.
oh, so they do try to visualize it in the
Oh, they
miniseries.
tried. Yeah. I'm sure it was better the way he wrote it.
Because that is one of those things that works better on page. But even on page, that's kind of silly.
Yeah, but like 90s TV miniseries Stephen King is full of that from it to the end of the decade. It's just full of stuff like this maybe worked on the page, but you do not have the budget to pull this off
I mean, like
on
all
screen.
of the Langoliers.
Or the
Check
Tommy
your
Knockers, one of the
messages.
two.
The one with the little ball mouth things.
It's
I
the
think that's
Langoliers.
Yeah.
No,
What if it
check
is
your
the Tommy
messages.
Knockers?
Okay. This is one of those shots where, like, I know there's somebody behind the wheel of that truck, but I'm still, like, anxious. I'm like, this doesn't look safe. Like, Emilio Estevez really looks like he's in fucking danger.
Oh my god, it's a hand.
That's the god that just shows up out of nowhere, grabs the nuke,
It's a
and
fire
detonates.
hand.
But, John, are you on the same page with us, though, that, like, the strongest stuff is in the first third of this movie? Like, it
Honestly,
does
this
kind of
back half
drag.
is kind of boring.
Yeah. That I
Which
think
is
is
a
the worst
shame.
thing about this movie.
It picked up a little bit again.
It has
when
moments. Like, it has moments of craziness that kick in, that wake you
when-
up.
Yeah.
When Pat Hingle died, it picked up. I mean, that kind of pissed me off, but it still
It
picked
does,
up.
yeah. No, that's a good scene.
You
You
were
get the "We Made Them"
outraged.
monologue.
We made you. Okay, no, so that AC/DC song probably was written for this then. The Who Made
Maybe?
You? I don't know. It's
What the
thematic.
hell is he doing?
Yeah, getting extra gas. He's at the low point. You know, he's exhausted. He's ready to die.
So my question is, does this just go away when the meteor goes away?
Yes. No, the characters talk about that. Like, we just need to survive to the end of the week, and then this will be done. Like, or maybe that's coming up, where he's like, I think the meteor has something to do with all this. Go on, Billy. And I'm sure it is exhausting filling up gas for hours and hours and hours. It's hard to communicate that on screen. He looks like kind of a drama queen.
Yeah, he looks like he's dying.
I mean,
That's probably the problem with that montage. Like, has it been an hour, a day? I don't know.
Been 7 years.
and they have to stay here for a week. That's gonna be hell. Oh my god, he's got blisters on his hands.
Yep.
He's only been out there for a few hours.
Put on some gloves, you idiot.
But they don't know what it's like to get tired. That's really what this movie's about. It's about man versus machine.
And that is something that King does a few times. So it's like you have the book Cell, where cell phones turn you into zombie-like things. It also got a terrible adaptation.
Oh god, I haven't even heard of that one.
Did Stephen King predict the future?
My
That
favorite
sounds
part
like
of the
it's probably
Cell
May Live, but
adaptation.
bad.
My favorite part of the Cell adaptation is it's this guy and his sidekick who he kind of just teams up with when they're stuck in the middle of everything. His sidekick is described as like a short, obnoxious, kind of stereotypical gay guy. Who did they cast for the movie for that role? Samuel L. Jackson, who just played Samuel L. Jackson.
Well, now I want to see.
And then the lead is John Cusack.
Oh god, I did hear about this. So this was like several years ago, right? Like, it's not
Yeah.
that old. Weird.
Okay, I've never heard of this.
I think I heard about it when it came out.
It's not a great
quite
movie.
terrible reviews. I give Emilio credit. He's not phoning it in.
No, he is talking to that gun like it has a conscience. Yeah, honestly, he really did not deserve that Razzie nomination.
No, not at all. Oh my god.
Oh god. Yeah, that's the Razzies can be just as bullshit as the Oscars sometimes.
Oh yeah, I mean like the fucking Thing getting nominated.
That's just that's indicative of how hated that movie was at the time.
Hmm.
The only time that I have a problem with them, like just do whatever, is when they cast like when they nominate like kids and stuff. It's
Yeah,
like
Yeah.
you're getting awfully
yeah,
close to bullying.
I think they nominated the kid from that Firestarter remake for worst actress, and the family pushed back, and I know they ended up pulling that. But yeah, that one they got a bit of backlash for because it's like, what are you doing? Have we learned nothing from Phantom Menace?
Apparently we haven't.
Let's not fuck with kids.
No, I mean look at the Star Wars fandom. They're even worse than they were in 1999.
Yeah. But guys, things are happening. We're at the climax now, I guess. Oh my god.
Shit. Whoa, no, not the arcade.
I love these trucks.
You
Just
bastard.
oh god.
Our truck angry.
Not the kitchen.
No, this stuff's still awesome.
Not after they filled you up with gas, you're still gonna destroy this place?
So I will say, I think the biggest flaw with this movie that King books don't usually have, I don't care about any of these people except Emilio Estevez.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know if I can tell you any of their names.
No, what are you talking about? He's Bubba and she's Bubba and that guy's
Bubba.
Bubba. I guess the kid's fine. Like I like the kid okay.
I like the scene when he
But-
was on his own. He
Oh,
kind
yeah,
of
you
gets
mean
just
Bubba?
like,
Yeah, he gets lost when he's with the main group. He's just
yeah.
there.
Well, I mean, this is only entertaining to my lizard brain that wants to
Right.
see like shit
This is-
get destroyed.
This is very basic entertainment.
Like,
But you know what? I like it. Oh
I mean,
my
I'll
God.
I'll take it. Whoa.
Like that's awesome. Uh King, do you think it's safe to do this at a real gas station? Sure. What's the worst that could happen? Okay.
You think you could take someone's eye out? No, who cares? It's not gonna happen.
I do
To
think
me,
Raimi could make this movie like perfect.
I agree. No, as fun and stupid as I think this movie is, you need like a Sam Raimi
Or
to
Joe
make it
Dante.
amazing. Yeah, or Joe Dante. There you go.
Joe Dante. The only thing with Joe Dante, I like him a lot. He doesn't have Raimi's like flair with the camera. His
Mhm.
strength lies more in the script, and with something like this, I want somebody that can have some dynamic camera.
This
The
does have
script's
some
like,
weird
good
about
impressive
that.
shots.
George Miller could probably do this.
No,
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I love George.
Fuck you, John. Mad Max is awesome.
uh, Fury Road was okay. I didn't. I couldn't even finish Furiosa.
Oh, skill issue.
Probably.
Oh my god.
No, the real
everything
skill
we've
issue was
lost.
his CGI in that fucking movie.
Yeah, no, fair enough. I'll give you that.
Yeah, and now this is very Dawn of the like Snyder Dawn of the Dead with like this big group of people.
Snyder should make
Finally,
this
around the
movie.
gas
Are
station.
you kidding me? I want Snyder to make this movie, and when the guns down Pat Engel's character, it goes into slow motion.
Yeah, it's speed ramps,
It's
so
just-
like
it's just
he
plain.
gets shot. He gets shot real fast, and then it slows down.
Diner.
Eat at Joe's.
Humans here. Humans here. Yeah, the kids
They-
got to do
They
something.
gave the kid a gun.
Yeah, it was the 80s. Sir, do you think we should give this kid a real firearm? We could just.
Ah, what's the
No,
worst that could
it's-
happen?
Why aren't we using blanks? It's for the realism.
It's got to be real. Oh no, the ice cream truck's back.
Oh no, Clint Howard's gonna kill him.
Yeah, I don't trust that.
Whoa! How did that happen?
It just didn't really explode as much as an explosion was on screen and then a truck came out of it.
The Green Goblin's back.
And Emilio Estevez come out to play.
No.
Why aren't the boats coming to life?
Shut up. Don't ask questions. Who's this?
That's a good question. He's a guy who's gonna steal this ring off this lady's finger, as we established. It is in his character. Oh, we didn't do that? Oh.
Yeah. Oh, I remember ring stealing guy. He's my favorite character.
Yeah, his greed will surely be his doing.
See, that's what Gabi sees. I will punish you for your greed. Wait, is it doing the psycho shower music?
Okay, I will say this part's kind of a letdown.
Whoa. Oh, he just.
Oh my god,
Oh, that's it.
oh that oh.
Oh no,
We did it.
that's it.
That's what we got.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Eh,
Kind of a lame climax.
I really thought that they were gonna leave it there, but at least there was a bigger explosion.
Right.
There was an earth-shattering kaboom.
And now it's Snyder's Dawn of the Dead. They're on a boat.
Yeah.
And during the credits, we're gonna see that they're all gonna fucking die.
I could see Snyder loving this film.
Oh, totally.
We'll go to a land with no technology. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, you gotta read the text.
Alright. Just as predicted.
Ending's kind of lame. Oh, we just wrap it all up in text.
Yep. We don't have time to shoot an epilogue. We're gonna need a bigger boat. The survivors of the
What if
Dixie
it
Boy
really
are
is
still surviving.
Snyder's? What if it really is Snyder's Dawn of the Dead and the post credit scene is just them all dying?
She was a fast machine. She kept her motor clean. She was the best damn woman that I've ever seen.
I don't know why, but just ending on Lisa Simpson complaining on a boat, and then "You Shook Me All Night Long" starts playing. That's really funny.
So I always associate that song with A Knight's Tale because it also plays during the end credits of that movie.
That's weird.
Oh, really? I haven't even seen that.
Oh, that movie has a great soundtrack. It's really good. It's got a good cast.
Is it bad that whenever I hear this song, I just think of the Red Letter Media Hereditary review when Mike does?
I don't think I've seen that.
Oh, Mike does an impression. He sings this song.
That's amazing.
All right. Well, that was Maximum Overdrive. Now, Robert, I have been keeping a ranking list for this. For this show that we've been doing, separate from our remakes. I don't know if you have.
I don't think I have, but I should.
You bastard.
So, what have I made you watch so far, John? Is this the third thing I've made you watch?
Let me pull it up. Hold on.
Third or fourth?
This is the because I don't have the Hitcher on here. This is the one, two, three, third. Okay, so unfortunately, not because it's bad, but this is in last place on the list.
That's fair. That's. I made John watch Psycho 2 and The Hitcher. Those aren't
Yeah,
better than this.
this
That
is
is
a
just correct.
significant step down.
So, because I rank just everything, my picks and yours. So right now I'm at Saw 2 is still my favorite. I love Saw 2. Then The Hitcher, then Psycho 2, The Stand, then Doom, and then Maximum.
All right.
Noah, what did
So,
you think?
well, John put Doom over Maximum Overdrive. I don't think Noah would agree with that.
Okay. I
Doom
mean,
is more consistent. Like, it is always funny bad.
Is it?
Yeah.
so
It
I
has its
mean,
moments.
those are I don't even know how to begin to compare those two movies. First of all, but I mean, yeah. I was okay. So to be honest, I was a little disappointed by this, just because it started off so strong.
The first
Yeah.
third's really strong.
That is by far the best part of the movie. But yeah, I think it loses steam right in the middle.
It
And then
does.
there's some good moments near the end, but overall, yeah, I can see why this was so hated at the time. Certainly not the worst movie I've ever seen. Like, people would lead you to believe this is one of the worst movies ever made. It's not, but yeah, not very good.
Yeah,
It's not great.
definitely not bad. But this did I feel like it has gotten kind of a reputation like you won't believe how crazy this movie is. And if you're somebody like me or Noah or Robert who we watch a lot of like insane films, after the
Mhm.
first, third, it's just kind of a tame like survival movie with trucks.
Yeah,
None
that's
of the
that's what
characters really stand out other than maybe one or two. I don't even know their names.
they're
Yeah, because
Bubba.
the problem is, if you're gonna slow down and do a more character driven piece, I need to be invested in the characters, and
Yeah.
I'm not. So I'm invested in things getting smashed and blown up. Can we get back to that, please?
And that's fun.
Yeah, when it's happening, it's fun. Um,
Happening.
But you guys agree
happening.
though that this is not the worst Stephen King adaptation.
No. This is better
Well,
than at least Salem's Lot,
I don't know if
the
I've
new
seen
one.
the worst. I haven't seen a lot of the because I've never seen a lot of the miniseries of Stephen King, so I haven't seen a lot of the like infamously bad ones. So,
Hmm. I've seen the
um,
Children of the Corn remake. This is better than that.
so I don't know. I'll take your word for it that that stuff's worse than this. But of the King adaptations I've seen, this one actually might be my least favorite. Uh, now that I'm thinking about it, but I didn't hate it. Yeah.
I knew I
So.
should have gotten the turbo.
So good job, Robert, for picking that.
Well, I think that it worked out though, because eventually I'll show you guys Sleepwalkers, which I promise is more insane than this movie. Because that movie
Okay,
goes
yeah.
places.
I'm looking forward to it.
See, unlike this movie, I think that movie gets at an 11 more in the back half. Like that movie escalates
You gotta
in
build to it.
insanity. Yeah, yeah.
You
Oh
can't
boy, what a
peak too
picture.
early.
Also, Sleepwalkers has a lot of people I'm not used to seeing in Stephen King things, like Ron Perlman's in that movie,
Oh, cool.
and he's great.
Ron Perlman's cool. He's awesome. All
So,
righty. I'll do my ranking so far. So we've got Maximum Overdrive.
It's the only one of these you've been on.
Yeah. This is.
You're never
this has
around,
been
Noah.
interesting. Well, I don't know.
Well,
is it
next
is it your turn next to do a movie?
Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah, I'm seeing what I want to pick.
Gotcha.
Okay.
And next Friday, we're gonna do a double feature commentary on Manhunter and Red Dragon. I'm looking forward to that one. Let's see if you can join us for that, Noah.
I
Do
may.
it, you
I'll let you
bastard.
know.
Have you seen either of those before?
I haven't. If I'm around, it's probably only going to be on Manhunter, just because
first
I
one.
might only have time for one movie.
Sure.
But yeah, I'll let you know.
For sure.
We have time for one.
I have a life. I'm sorry.
But and this Sunday we'll be back for some more Alan Wake 2. Noah will be here for
Yes.
that.
Robert, sadly, none of the Resident Evil movies are streaming because life hates me.
He was really banking on that.
I was because Robert hasn't seen them, and we've been playing a lot of Resident Evil. I don't think you don't own any of those, do you?
No, I don't own the Resident Evil movies.
Do you have a mysterious friend that you can borrow them from? Like,
what's your backup plan?
so we're gonna go with Saw 3.
Hell yeah!
We have to finish the trilogy.
And they never made another
one. So join us in 2 weeks for a. We did just a discussion on Saw 2. Is that how you want to handle 3?
Yeah, I'd be fine with either. However you want to go about it. Discussion or a commentary. I'd be down for either.
I will throw up a poll in the community chat tomorrow. You guys can decide if we do a commentary or a discussion. Join us in, 10 minutes, Robert?
Sure.
For a speculation video. I have not watched any trailers, so Robert is going to tell me a lot about the trailers that I haven't watched. And then we're going to guess and see if we can figure out what's going to happen in The Last of Us Season 2. And Noah's a bitch that won't watch the show, so he won't be there.
Okay.
I'm kidding. No, I'm kidding.
I know you're not. It's okay.
And then Sunday, as mentioned, we'll be doing more Alan Wake, which me and Noah are very excited for. So we'll see you then, guys. Have a good one.